Hello, guys. So tonight I'm going to introduce you to my very good friend, Gregory Berry. I call him Mr. Gregorio. I get to know this guy for how many years, Gregorio? Like 10
Jeez,
years?
since 2012.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Gregorio.
10 years.
Uh, um, so Gregorio is a captain for a 747 plane. I don't know if you want to introduce yourself. I think you're gonna do a much better job than me.
Well, I fly for an airline, a cargo airline, and I've been doing real estate with Mauricio for, we bought the first house back in 2012, and so it's been about 10 years, and no, it's been great. So that's basically, I do dabble a little bit in
How many houses did you get to buy?
we got up to nine houses, and then we ended up refinancing 6 of them, and ended up putting a large down payment on a 55-acre mobile home park. So we kind of basically went from the smaller houses into commercial property. So I think it took us 6 years to do that.
Okay.
From the beginning to the end.
So just to let you know, guys, Gregorio, he owns a super nice park, 55 acres, super nice in Macon. Macon very much is like 2 hours south of Atlanta. Mm-hmm. It's one of the largest cities. I believe it's like the number, third, fourth, something like that.
Something like that.
And so anyway, I invite Gregorio because very much I would like to educate my audience regarding the mobile homes, because people, I mean, the regular thinking with people is that for some reason they think they see a mobile home and they see very much something old, ugly, nasty, dirty, and with the market the way that it is today, which is very expensive right now, the market price, the regular market price for Georgia is around $385,000. I see an opportunity, talking with you back and forth in the last months. I see an opportunity for people to get, to get an idea way better about the mobile homes and how they can buy one, because the homes are amazing. But Gregorio, explain to us, how did you get in the business? Okay. Why, and if you can explain something about the idea, the wrong idea that people have, would be great.
Sure. Well, first off, when we had the rental properties, the single family rental properties, excuse me, we ended up, like I said, we refinanced 6 of them, and went ahead and bought a mobile home park. So at the time I was looking, because going from single family homes, I was actually looking at a 16 unit apartment complex, because the typical transition goes, single family homes, build up a bunch of those, then you go into an apartment complex, and that's basically, the typical route. I called a friend of mine up that I used to fly with, that had an 11 unit apartment complex and 5 mobile home parks. And he was telling me, what are you doing? He's a Texas boy. So basically it was, dude, what are you doing? Don't go buy a mobile or an apartment complex, buy a mobile home park. I'm like, well, why would I do that? It wasn't really something, that I was even considering, but he told me, he said the amount of money you're going to put into an apartment complex, you might make $7,000 a month. He said, you put that same money into a mobile home park, you're going to make $17,000 a month. And I thought there's absolutely no way. So I did my research and I started listening to podcasts and doing checking on lootnet.com and just everything. And sure enough, he wasn't wrong. I mean, the returns were amazing. The more research I did, I realized that the largest mobile home park owner in the entire country is Warren Buffett. Apparently, when all the housing market, when it went down to about back in 2008 or so, Warren Buffett sent out a bunch of his people to go out and buy a bunch of mobile home parks. He owns he's the largest mobile home park owner, but he also bought Clayton Homes. And so he's one of the largest manufacturer of mobile homes as well.
And you are a dealer, right? For that particular company.
What we ended up doing when we first bought the mobile home park is I wanted to replace a lot of the older homes with newer homes. So we set up a mobile home dealership. We're a Clayton reseller. And basically we set up a dealership to get the homes at cost in order to start improving the park. And we ended up, we started doing a lot. We put it all together, started doing a lot of a little bit of advertising so that we could start selling homes to the public as well. The problem with that was it was right as COVID hit. And as COVID hit, the lead times for houses, I mean, for these mobile homes, if somebody orders a mobile home, they want it within a few months. That's more or less how it works. The problem is that we were getting a year and a half lead times, and people just didn't want to wait. So when we first started our mobile home dealership to start selling to the public, COVID, once that hit, we had to figure something else out. So what we started doing is we started selling land home packages through the dealership. So basically we would go and buy the lot, put it all together, put the home on there, and go from there.
So, just to point out, so what you just said is the land home package.
Mm-hmm.
That's the opportunity that I want to point out, which is very much the main point of the conversation. So very much, Greg, he's been very successful selling homes, very much like a regular house, right?
So, yeah, we basically put it all together. We buy the lot, we put the new home on there because it takes a little bit to get the homes. I think this year we should be selling, I believe, 9 homes throughout the year. They ended up, because of the material shortage, they allocated a certain number of homes to each dealership. So we were pretty much limited to 9 homes for 2022. So what we're doing is we're working on our time frame. And basically when I'm not flying, I basically have been working on these land home packages. We buy the lot, we put the home, have it installed on the lot, then septic, well, electricity, plumbing, get everything set. I'm dealing with 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom homes. And the reason I chose the largest Clayton home out there was basically because of the area that we're working with, not necessarily trying to compete with stick-built homes, but by coming in and staying below what they're building, the brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes, we're able to offer a really good deal. And
how big is that house? How big is the 5 bedrooms?
2,300 square feet, 5 bedrooms plus a den. You have all stainless steel appliances, every option you can possibly get. Clayton Homes, they put every option on there, it's all included in the base price. So there's no picking and choosing. So you don't just pick your home and then the next thing you know, you've picked 10 or 15 extra options and you just increased your price $10,000 or $15,000.
How much is for example, so very much you're able to place this house, mm-hmm. in like a half an acre?
You can, I've done it on 2 acres, I've done it on 6 acres.
What's the minimum? What would you guess?
I mean, something like this, I mean, you could probably put it on an I mean, you want to have a decent yard. I would say for what I'm doing, I wouldn't go anything less than an acre. You know, but if the closer to the city that you get, and sometimes land, it's a little bit more difficult to get. So even if you have to put a septic on, here's another thing. If you're not going to do city water and you have to go with a septic, you have to go with the EPA regs, which basically it's a half an acre per septic system. So, you know, you need at least a half an acre, but I would say, you know, an acre is good. I try to do more. I mean, I just sold in February. We had 6 acres.
I know that was crazy.
Oh no, I mean it was good.
Crazy good.
Yeah, and right now I've got 5 lots. What I did is I took 14.5 acres and split it into 5 lots, and I've got one lot at 3.78 acres. Another one at 3.5, and then the other 3 are 2.35 acres. So
very much okay. So very much you are able. I mean, people are able. I mean, people are going to be able to buy around 1 acre, place a house, a 5 or 4 bedrooms, which is going to be very much like a regular single family home in the market, brand new. I mean, it has some other costs, but we're gonna you know abbreviate everything on a price. What would be the price for average on a house like that? For a house like 4 or 5 bedrooms on an acre? What would be the final sale price?
The last home I sold, let's see, the last one I sold was the 6 acres. And I sold it $239,900.
That's absolutely amazing. Okay, anyway, that particular lot, that was in Augusta? No, that was in Savannah? No,
that was just south of Savannah.
Okay, so very much being realistic, something closer to the city, like in the suburbs, like Cartersville, Acworth, whenever you can find like a decent lot.
Yeah.
That lot is going to be around 50,000. How much will be everything? Like 300,000 or 280?
No. If you ended up, let's say you got a lot for 50,000, you would definitely have to put the improvements on there. You have to have the home basically installed. You have to have septics, electrics, the air conditioner. These mobile homes, the brand new mobile homes, they don't come with excuse me, they don't come with heater, and you have to more or less put an all-inclusive heat pump in. Right now, I think a 4-ton all-inclusive heat pump is running about $7,000. So you've got to take care of make sure your air conditioner, you've got that.
You told me that very much very much the house, and then all those costs are like 50,000, right?
Aside from the land, you could probably do it. It depends on, I mean, obviously do your research and go, talk with different people, and you can definitely try to find the best prices out there. But on average, it varies, but roughly around 50,000 to 55,000, depending on like one thing I like to do is I will, like right now I'm working with 5 lots at once. So when I get a deal with somebody, I put together as far as like clearing the land or doing the driveways or whichever, but the decks, for instance. It's not just 1 or 2 homes. I'm doing all 5. So give me a deal for doing all 5 homes. So it kind of helps, obviously, the more you do. But if you're just doing 1, obviously shop around and get your best prices.
The most important thing for my audience, for the audience to very much to grab them, the main idea is that you are going to be able, or the investor is going to be able to get a house in a very good very good sized piece of land, around, I mean, just giving you numbers, that depends on the land, but between 250, 220, 280 for sure, and the 300,000, okay? And and the most important thing is that that particular house is financeable with the regular sources from the government, which is FHA, and the regular source of the private banks, which is conventional. So very much it's like a regular house. So question, Gregorio. So for example, how long do they last? Like, do they last quite long?
Yeah, actually, you can get at least 30 years out of
30
a
years?
mobile home, and that's if you're not really doing too much to it. It's they're pretty durable, but the great thing about a mobile home is if, let's say, you need to repair something. I mean, it's easily repairable. I mean, I have I have a friend of mine that I was telling you about that got that had the 5 mobile home parks. One of his parks that he bought, he ended up just redoing each one of the homes, and I mean, new insulation, new drywall, new paint, flooring, and once he fixed it up, I mean, that's going to be good to go for at least 15 plus years, and he rents them out. So I mean, he's, depending on, of course, you know, your tenants, you want to make sure you get decent tenants in there, but you know, if you're going to rent them, definitely, you know, they're easily fixable. At our mobile home park, I've got my maintenance manager, my maintenance guys, and I mean, anytime somebody moves out, you know, 9 times out of 10, they're left in decent condition, just normal wear and tear. But occasionally you'll get the one that they just kind of tear up the floor, so you have to replace the flooring and this and that. But of course, that's what security deposits are for. So.
Great. What else? So very much. But this is for investors. So as an investor, it's an excellent way of cash flow. Okay.
Yeah.
Has all the benefits of a regular investment, depreciation, amortization, and great cash flow.
Yes.
They call it the cash cows, no?
it's they do well. They do well.
They do well.
So yeah, I do know some people, some friends of mine that they just basically fix up older mobile homes and turn around and rent them out, and they're getting top dollar, for their rents, and it doesn't cost them as much to fix up, obviously, as single family homes. And then right now, I think I got somebody in touch with them. I actually talked to them to find out if they had any vacancies, and this has just been a couple of months ago, but I mean, they're completely filled. Housing, be it the mobile homes or whatever, they're definitely in demand. I think we just rented out a brand new 2-bedroom, single wide. It's called the Tide. So 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, brand new, all stainless steel appliance, everything. And we must have received, I would say, in the last week and a half that we had it up, we must have received over 60 calls for it.
Wow.
So
okay. So it's great for investments. And right now with this crisis on real estate, I mean, I call it crisis because it's super, super hard for the middle class people, for the working class to get a house. I think the market is squeezing, and very much the middle class, and very much is becoming, like a rental country. So this program is to educate people that they want to buy a house, because we work with a lot of Latinos, and they don't care too much about these kind of ideas. But very much people can buy these houses, and you are going to be able to deliver the package. So we can do the package, and people are going to be able to finance as a regular house, put a small amount of down payment for 30 years, and get a super nice home. We are showing the homes in the background, so people will be able to see everything. But for example, right now we have inflation, right now, and what would you what would you say the audience about the, I mean, what would you recommend people how to protect about, with this situation regarding the inflation?
Well, I mean, let's face it, the powers that be are more or less trying to turn everybody into renters. If you're an investor and you can't go out there and buy a 5-bedroom stick-built home, getting something on maybe 5 or 6 acres and even a used double wide, you can find those on the outskirts of Atlanta. You can definitely find them, and everything is appreciating. And it used to be where the mobile homes they just didn't appreciate, and it was kind of not necessarily difficult to find, but you really didn't have that demand. Now I've got a friend of mine that's got a holding lot, and he gets some really, really nice used double wides. Excuse me. And
double wide is the. Do you mind to explain single wide? And
yeah, single wide is one section. Double wide is 2 sections put together.
Okay.
And that's basically what they're called. And so he's turning around. I mean, homes that used to go before the crisis, before everything, homes that used to go for older homes, double wides that used to go for 20 grand are going for $60,000-$70,000 right now. And those are used. So if you're able to get a piece of land that has a double wide on it, 3-4 bedroom double wide. I know I looked one time last year, I found 7 acres outside of Atlanta. It was a 3-bedroom double wide. They were selling it for $170,000. You would think that that's kind of like, oh, it's a mobile home, but you also have the land on top of that. The thing is it's easy to fix those mobile homes up. And here's the other thing. 9 times out of 10, maybe it's done, but if it isn't, retire the title to the mobile home. A mobile home is mobile. It's titled through the DMV. So if you retire the title through the DMV, it costs like $600 through a real estate attorney. Retire the title, and now it permanently attaches that used mobile home to that land, creating real property. Then you turn around and you can take a loan against it. It's perfect.
Gregorio, because some people don't know, and they think the mobile home is like a car, but that's a good point. You can attach the property. And do you mind to explain? Because I've seen that sometimes they put like on the slab between on the like concrete. You don't have to do that?
No, it depends on where it's at. Every county's got different things. I mean, I've got the county that I'm doing some of my land home packages in only require a dirt pad. Even at my mobile home park.
What's a dirt pad?
It's just basically it's the homes that I'm dealing with are 32 by 76 feet. So 32 feet by 76 feet. So you need dirt, basically 32 by 76. And what it does is they pack it in there to make it solid. And then they actually raise the level of the dirt around the home so that when water, whenever it rains or there's water around it, it's pushed away from the home so it's not going underneath the home.
That's included. So you do that too, right? That's included in the cost of the $50,000.
Yeah, typically when you clear the land, and it's $50,000 ish. I mean, depending on, prices have been going up quite a bit.
It's to give an idea.
But when you have the guys clearing the land, most of the time they also can do the dirt pads, and so basically, I actually had to have 3 lots put on it's on a state highway. And so instead of just paying the county the $700 for a culvert, which I did for one of the lots, now I have to get the permits from the state and then hire another company to come in and put the culverts in. And then of course there's safety ends and this and that. And those actually, I just put two of them in along a state highway, and those actually cost me $5,500 a piece. So that was kind of expensive because each one of those safety ends cost about $750 a piece. So there's two on each one. So I mean, it was a pretty when they gave me that price, I was kind of like, okay, that's the first time I've actually had to put any culverts on a state highway. So it's that was a little bit,
So you don't think, for example, that because some people think that the mobile homes are something all like, that the trend is going down, they're going to disappear. So you don't see that at all, not even close.
I mean, there's such a demand anymore, especially if you take a look at the pictures that you're going to show. If you take a look at those pictures, they don't look like mobile homes. They look like just incredible homes. I mean, it really, it's surprising how things have changed over the years. You're not getting a trailer. I mean, this is actually a manufactured home. They don't even call them mobile homes anymore. It's a manufactured home, and it definitely churches it up, the name, but when you see it, you're floored. I mean, I literally, I'm amazed, and I'm very happy that I've been able to have an opportunity to bring new homes into my mobile home park. And these new homes so far have been just amazing.
That's good what you do. That's great. I mean, for example, this is a guy who's a captain. He does very good at his work. And, I mean, he likes money. So, I mean, he does investment, but on the other side, he's helping people. I mean, that's good. I mean, right now you are offering homes, affordable homes to the crazy amount of people who is looking for something, which, I mean, that's amazing. Super good.
Yeah, it's definitely been, it's been a learning experience from the beginning. And again, my friends that had those 5 mobile home parks, they've kind of mentored me enough to kind of get to where I know what I'm doing. But I literally talk to them all the time. There's 2 of them actually. I talk to these guys a lot, and they ended up selling 2 of their mobile home parks, and that 11-unit apartment complex I was talking about. They just sold that. I want to say the end of last year, beginning of this year. I think they owed like $1 million on it. They ended up selling it for like about $5 million. So they got into, they still have, my friend ended up, I think he still has 1 mobile home park left, and he started getting into vacation rentals. So that's another thing that, at this point, there's a lot of different things that make money. So, I mean.
Where do you see in your experience, like he said before, I mean, he invests with me, I mean, not with me, for me, in some real estate. Right now, very successful investor. Where do you see real estate going?
Well, I mean, with the interest rates going the way that they're going, I have a friend of mine, we've been, actually 2 friends, we've been talking about setting up another dealership down in Florida. And one of my friends, he actually had a used mobile home deal. They were getting close to closing, and I guess it went over the 60 days, so they had to redo the buyers, the credit and redo everything. And because the interest rates went up, my friend lost his deal at that point. I think he's under contract with somebody else at this point, but he was concerned about how the interest rates may affect the buying of the land home packages and the things that we're doing. He does a lot of stuff, like I said, with the used mobile homes, but we're going to set something up to do both. New and used. One of the things that I was telling him, I mean, yes, interest rates are going up. Yes, it's not fun. It's, a lot of people that are qualified for X amount of money You know, if they don't, they may not be able to get a, let's say, the 5-bedroom stick-built home or the 4-bedroom stick-built home that they want, or let's say they were looking at a 3-bedroom stick-built home. And
but that's good. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's good because, for example, when I offer a house to a client, and the price is 400,000, and for some reason they cannot afford it anymore because of the rates, that's it. I mean, we lose the house and go and find another one is super hard. So in this particular case, they just downsize and very much problem fixed.
Well, the good thing with what I'm trying to offer is I'm trying to stay below, like the area where I'm doing a lot of these home packages, land home packages. They're building these 3 and 4-bedroom homes, 1,500 to 1,800 square feet. The homes are starting around $250,000 to $300,000 for the 3 bedrooms and $300,000 to $350,000 for the 4 bedrooms. And
where is that? Where is that?
It's down south of Savannah. And so basically, you know, what I'm trying to do is I'm coming in there with a 5-bedroom, 2,300 square foot, all, you know, brand new appliances, stainless steel appliances, this and that, with a den on some land, and trying to come in under what the 3-bedroom, 1,500 square foot house is. And so a 250,000 3-bedroom, 1,500 square foot house, you know, they're going to sit there and you know, you're paying at least 250, but it's basically between 250 and 300,000. Whereas right now I've got a 3.78 acre, 5-bedroom, 2,300 square foot home for sale right now for $239,900. So as long as I can come in and we're set up, you know, the last home, actually the last 2 homes I sold were VA homes with VA loans. So, I mean, we sell them just like a stick-built home. They qualify for all these different programs.
The VA is the veteran loans.
Yes.
Very much for the people from the military.
Absolutely.
So very much these homes qualify, as I said before, these homes are open to any kind of
FHA, conventional, VA, everything. Absolutely. We're selling just like stick-built homes, just bigger homes and better and you know, a little bit cheaper.
So higher rates is not a problem right now very much. So where do you see the market going? Up or down?
Well, I mean, I think there's going to be there already is such a demand. The inventory is not there. You've got people fighting over these homes. You know, people are offering $20,000, $25,000 above, you know, asking. I've got, as a matter of fact, my brother is buying a home for my mom. We're moving her down from Illinois, and he went ahead and he put a bid in. There were 5 or 6 other bids. He put a bid in. It was $25,000 over asking, and he didn't even come close. So, you know, it's people are doing that. I mean, that's the way it's going these days. So I think as long as the demand is there and the inventory is low, I think we're pretty much where we're at, and I think it's going to continue going like this.
That's crazy. Good. Okay, I think very much we are covering everything. Any particular point that you want to share? Something else regarding?
Well, if once you get an asset, obviously, unless you're going to, I feel bad. I ended up selling our single family homes when we put money into our mobile home park, and of course that's made things better down there. But of course I didn't know at the time how things were going to go, and I think I would have definitely hung on to those homes. So if you've got an asset, don't sell it. You definitely can rent it. I mean, look at for what you're doing. I mean, Mauricio, I think you're up to quite a few houses, and it would have been nice, I think, if I would have hung on to those, but you know, it's one of those things, you know, with what I've got right now and the direction I'm going, it's, I like it. I like it. And it's good.
Are you gonna sell are you gonna sell the park?
Oh, never, never, never. I get calls, you know, 2-3 times a month, wanting to buy the park. I'll never sell that park. That's no. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's my retirement.
That's your baby.
Yeah. It's definitely it's a beautiful park. I mean, we've got two ponds fully stocked with fish. We're outskirts of Macon, and it's peaceful when I go down there. I love it.
Okay, so Gregorio, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Super nice. We are going to put your information. We are showing your park. If someone has any question, I mean, more than, you know, super nice person to work with. And yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Well, I tell you what, we started buying houses back in 2012, and you taught me. I had never bought a house before until I bought my first house with you. So you really taught us what to do and how to do it, and we just kind of kept moving. So it was good. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, Mal.
Okay, thank you.